be the judge of us a good bloody morning, you cheeky git. Right? How you all doing? What's it so dark in here? I assure you, it's just... Actually, it's kind of dark, isn't it, Spaniel? Oh, the one day I managed to get some sleep. But I'm comfy. But those butts. I've got to get up. I want to get up. I'm comfy and I could have slept more. Why gotta get up? According to the Spaniel calendar, at 9 a.m, a handyman is coming for the door in the middle room, which seems utterly ridiculous to me because we don't have a door in the middle room. See? It's not there. Maybe that's why. Actually, apparently what's happened is, and I only found out about this yesterday, the wife did that thing that wives do where they get sick and tired of things and then completely out of the blue decide they're going to change things. They're okay with it for the longest period of time, couldn't give a damn, and then randomly out of the blue, switch in their head goes, must do something about that, and then something gets done about it. Door frame is manky, rotten, so we took the door off. I don't really see the point in having a door there because everything opens into this bloody room and there's no room to open doors, right? Might as well just have it open. All the doors stay open. They always stay open. But, you know, so they're going to come and replace a bit of the door frame? Well, I don't care. Look how good that is. See this? Watch. I'm going to show you this magic trick. Okay, ready? Watch this, all right? See that door? That was amazing. I didn't even have to open it. I guess I won't be able to do that anymore. Hey, look. There's the beach. Lowestoft in... It doesn't say. Lowestoft, Wellington, there's... Can't words. Right. Do you want to see my new door? Check this out. Ready? I can get a bit amazing. Ready? You saw a magic trick. Look at that. There's no door. Love it. There will be. That was the most exciting thing that was going to be happening today. And now I'm sad. Let's have a talk! Dude, why are you so high? I do. Why is that light on? Believe it or not, there's sun over there. Fucking ridiculous. Right. Turn that off. It's doing my night. Flickers. Right. Okay. Day's done. I realised I spend way too much time up and on my feet. No way, dude. But I must have got like 6-7 hours sleep. At least this thing says I got like 3 or 4 before I woke up and I put it on charge and so I didn't put it on until like 4 o'clock in the morning, which means that, yeah, I got like some sleep. Woo! But I've still got a thumping headache and my eyes are burning like crazy. Right. Was yesterday necessary? No. What you're talking about? I made an apology video because I made a mistake and a thing that I said in the video that I shouldn't have said. What was I talking about? VPNs. And in the video, I used my creds in a cringy way. What are your creds, mate? I'm a university dropout. Right? I don't like, flexing my creds on people. What'd you do? Comp sci. What'd you do before that? A-levels. In what? Computing. And that was a scrape, by the way. I just couldn't be bothered. I just couldn't be bothered. I really couldn't be bothered. What did you do before that? High school dropout. Well, I didn't drop out, but I just flunked out. Hey, you're opening the doors here. Now loads of people know. Excellent. It's not a secret. But yeah, I said some stuff and I was wrong, totally fucking wrong, and then kind of flexed the creds to make out that I was right. And then I did another edit to just say, look, all the stuff that was wrong, get rid of it, add a couple of extra bits, just get rid of it, tighten it up. And then job was done, and then made another video to say that I'd done the thing. Cool, okay. Then imagine my kind of, I'm out doing all this stuff. I had to go visit in the hospital, and that I almost pass out at the hospital. I'm sat in a corner, just kind of going, I wasn't that bad, but it felt that bad. And I come home and I get this notification. I have a cold bath. Bad move. It was a warm bath, and then I thought, no, I've got to stay awake. Cold. I'm up. Forced myself to stay awake again. It wasn't actually that bad. I could have probably gone for a wee while longer, but the headache would just get worse and worse and worse. I'm awake. I get this notification. Hey yo, check out this video on this audio box that you like or that you're after. I'm after a Rodecaster Video S, I think it's what's called. It's like basically the big boy version of my Rode Streamer X, which is a capture card and audio device that I got for the Mac because it's a nice compact dealio and all that. And anyways, this video is from a big channel. They've got like bajillions of subscribers, not literally, it's like 3-point-something million subscribers. They're apparently professionals in what they do. And they're talking about this thing, and there was this blatant mistake. I won't like it once I hear it was or what it was, but they made this mistake, and I'm sat there going, what? I had to watch it back a couple times, and I was like, what did you just say? That's not right. Like, even unless I'm completely wrong, that's not right. Oh yeah, so I got a microphone. This thing's got great preamps, so I grabbed this cheap microphone. It's got really bad preamps in it. Plug it in and listen, it sounds good. What? I'll be able to drive this thing. It's like, what are you on about? That surely that doesn't run, unless I don't understand how that stuff clearly works. I'm clearly wrong in other stuff, but I was just kind of sat there going, why was I being so hard on myself? Right, I was blatantly wrong, but these other people don't give a shit when they're wrong. And I'm thinking, I like to be wrong. I like to admit that I'm wrong. I've been wrong on a lot of stuff. I like to admit that I'm wrong, but like, you learn from your mistakes. And I'm sat there like there's a pirate software, Mutahar, I'm an engineer kind of groove going on. Dude, you could pull up like loads of stuff where I've been wrong. If you can prove I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. Right? If you can go, dude, what you just said there is stupid. It's this, and this is what that means. Cool. And then I'll go, oh shit, yeah. I've actually had that before where I was pulling numbers out of my ass for an example, and I was right, but the framing of it wasn't quite right. I think I was talking about like a sensor size or a film size or something like that, and I pulled a random number out and it was like wrong. I might have been talking about like a smaller format or whatever, but the actual, the idea, the principles behind it were still the same, so it still worked. The idea is, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Even if, right, it's because I've like grossly oversimplified things. I like to oversimplify because I want more people in the room to be able to understand something that I understand, or I think I understand, right? And sometimes I could use language that technically makes what I'm saying wrong. I can see that. I could see that I've said something and I've used a word and then I've used a different word, and someone will go, well, actually, that's not the right term for it. You should have used this. If someone else comes along with a better understanding of a subject than me and goes, bro, you're close. However, to make that more a thing, do this. Or that was wrong. However, if you just change this, this, and this, or this and this, that's fine. This is right. That's great. Right? Because I want people to learn and understand and all that kind of stuff. And I want to learn and understand. That's the cool part of it. If I'm wrong and you can go, bro, this is more of a thing, great. I mean, in the case of my creds, man, I've barely written like, you know, say 5,000 lines of code since university. That might not actually be true, but it's been a long time. So there's loads of stuff I don't know. I haven't kept up to date. And the world keeps moving forwards. There's so much I don't know. That's the crazy part of it. When you understand there's so much you don't know, you just kind of... And I don't understand why people get offended being wrong or get upset about being wrong. So, well, sure. Sometimes I will say, though, people will take what is said and just fucking go with it. Someone will say something that sounds like they're an authority. They'll say something and they might be mostly accurate, but still take it a bit too far, and then people will dogpile on someone else. I will actually throw out there, I've already mentioned Thor, Pirate Software. I went back and had a look at what all the fluff was with Thor a while back. And a lot of people's problems with Thor is that his code sucks, and that he's not a hacker. He calls himself a hacker, or he's an ethical hacker. And they say, well, most of the stuff he does is social engineering. How is he a hacker? Well, his code sucks. Like, he's a terrible hacker. And so, but if you say that about Thor, then surely you're saying that about Kevin Mitnick. And I love Kevin Mitnick. Right? Kevin Mitnick, FBI's most wanted computer hacker, years and years and years ago. Majority of what Kevin does is social engineering. And gaining access to places he's not supposed to be through like tricking people to just trust. Which sounds really bad in this video, right? But like the idea that I can't remember what the term for it is. Is it shoulder surfing, or is that where you're just looking over people's shoulders for creds? I can't remember now. But where, say for example, you're dressed in your suit somewhere that you're supposed to go, or you want to get into that building, you can't get in that building, everyone's out on their smoke break, And the idea that when someone opens a door, they'll hold it open and then just everyone follows. So instead of everyone scanning their ID, they just all walk in after the one person that scanned their ID. Right? That's a thing. That's what Kevin Mitnick does. That's kind of what Thor does too in a lot of areas. And yet people are slamming on him for, well, his code's bad. My code sucks. Although I'm not a hacker. But technically, that's not true either. That's what they used to dogpile on him. But the reason that people are dogpiling on him is because he can't say that he's sorry. He can't admit that he's wrong. So if he makes a mistake, he blames someone else, and then that's where it stays. However, not necessarily defending the attitude, and this is a bit on the defensive side, I can kind of understand it. Imagine you're trying to teach someone, you've got that seat of knowledge and your ass is firmly planted on it. People are listening to you. You're teaching, you're helping, you think you're doing right, you think you're doing good. And then you have to admit to making a mistake. Now people are starting to question you. The legs on that chair are starting to be sawn off, and you're kind of like, starting to tip a bit. Even people who are pretty hardcore in their field make mistakes. And to be fair, must be terrifying, embarrassing as all hell. Imagine, and I'm not saying that he is, or I am, or whatever, that you're the best in your field and you make a mistake. You say something out of place, you spit out the wrong words, or I don't know, something that you've done a million times before, you just get it wrong. The whole foundation of your reputation just goes gone. You've gone from someone that people listen to and they don't necessarily, and you should always question, don't question. And now there's doubt. There's that seed of doubt. Is that really true? Do they really know what they're talking about? Who's the chap who came up with the model of the atom? I don't remember his name now. Was it Rutherford? It might have been Rutherford, I don't remember. But the chap who came up with that little model of the atom and the way that everything kind of circles around a nucleus and all that kind of thing. Once upon a time, the model was just so. Fantastic. Nobel Prize worthy, I'm sure. Might have actually got a Nobel Prize for it. I don't remember. But it was wrong. Imagine being at the top of the field and being wrong. But we learn. I've derailed myself a bajillionty times, but what I'm trying to say is, it's okay to be wrong. It might be a bit embarrassing. It might kind of hurt a bit. Make me go, oh. But probably best to just kind of take it and move on, admit it, learn, develop. Take that thing that you've learned and expand. If I'm wrong, call me out on it. If I've explained something that doesn't necessarily make sense, ask. You know, or if you know a subject better than I do, just say, look, here's a thing. Here's a correction. Call me out, and then I can hopefully learn. Just be cool with people about it. So I'm saying there's no need to, you know, Lee Harvey Oswald someone just for getting their stuff wrong, you know? Being an asshole, sure, but then that's a thing that we do these days. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. My plan is to get everything done today done as early as possible so I can possibly go to bed really, really, really early. But I don't know what's going on after 2 o'clock, so everything could change. I think that was my point. Make mistakes, learn from them, call people out, but do it in a nice way. It's okay. And I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one.